So a lot of pressure built up, so I'm just going to sneak into it. Good, now let your knees settle. Good. Let this relax. His left ankle a little tighter, actually. Hey everybody, this is Dr. Warren here at Kalkstein Chiropractic in Towson, Maryland. I'm a chiropractor. I'm with Tanisha, Carly, and Niko right here, who I'm working on getting some low back work done. His mid back, going to adjust him here in a second. We got a couple of things we're going to go over today. I just wanted to first wish everybody a happy Memorial Day weekend that just finished up. Grateful for all our service members out there, and I hope everyone took time to reflect on that. So we got to watch some lacrosse this weekend, Niko. What do you feel about the lacrosse games that happened?
NCAA?
Yeah.
I think it's a good competition this year.
Yeah, it was fun. The very end, Notre Dame came out and won 15-5. It was a blowout against Maryland. Maryland was a good team too. They were really impressive. But I still got to watch some lacrosse this weekend. I got to spend some time with family. And then you've got some fun stuff coming up this weekend, Niko, huh?
I do.
What's going on, man? What do you got?
TST, this soccer tournament in Cary, North Carolina.
TST soccer tournament. It's a 7-on-7?
7v7, yes.
7v7. So it's a smaller field, 7v7, and there's some good people coming out to play in that, right?
Yep. A lot of international superstars flying in for it.
That's cool, man. So what's your role and responsibility with the TST tournament down in Cary, North Carolina?
I'll be a coach, more so a match analyst for non-EFC.
Nice. And tell me a little bit about your team.
Team is fairly mix of current players and a few retired guys. Mostly Portuguese, a lot of internationals with mix of U.S. Internationals from U.S. beach soccer and futsal teams.
So quick play teams, if you will. So there's retired guys coming from Portugal, some Americans, as well as some futsal.
And some modern European players as well. Still play first division.
Did you say there's 20 people on your team when we talked last week?
Yeah, there'll be 20 people on the roster.
That's a pretty big squad. How long are the games? 60 minutes?
They're two 20-minute halves plus the extra at the end of the second 20 minutes.
Yeah.
1 point is added to the end of to the top score. So if it's 5-4, the goal score will be 6. So first team to 6 after that will win.
Okay. All right, take a deep breath in for me. Easy, relax. Good. Drop the shoulders. Good. So coming in for some full body treatments, getting adjusted kind of head to toe, if you will, as he's training a little harder right now, and kind of going from a heavy time of coaching this past year at a collegiate level and trying to get his body ready to kind of work with some professionals over the next week, and continue to do that in the future. That's the goal, right, Niko?
Yes, sir.
So with him coming in, what we've been focusing on, so he's a goalie by trade, if you will, or that's your history. Relax here. You're moving really well. Let that fall. Just a little bit of footwork involved with being a goalie. First step is everything, right?
Yes, sure.
Being able to take that direction and be explosive off of it. And so he spent a lot of years sitting on a line, cutting back and forth. Left and right, from in a lateral plane. Take your time, man. You're gonna come onto your back for me. We'll do the ankle work and the footwork. And so we've been doing a lot more shockwave therapy, which is something new for you, right?
Yeah.
How you like it?
I like it. Definitely feel a difference.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So it's originally designed for like adhesive type problems, frozen shoulder, plantar fasciitis, like structures that are not moving as well. It creates a force through the tissue by impacting a plate, and that's where the term shockwave comes in. And so we've kind of gotten into it over the last year in this office. It's relatively new in the musculoskeletal world here in the U.S. It's bigger in Europe for sure. Stores Medical is who we get our devices from, and they have facilities in Sweden, I believe, or one of the Nordic countries. So a very common treatment over there. I actually ran into it when I was at Walter Reed. and it was kind of a machine in the corner of the orthopedic unit that wasn't being utilized, and I learned a little bit more about it. Then they don't get a lot of adhesive capsulitis or plantar fascia type complaints in that area. And once you got to be skilled in it, you got to learn it, you got to know it, it's got to be at your fingertips. And sometimes a lot of things in the MSK world go to the wayside and then come back in. Happens all the time. So that was definitely one of those things, and it's taken a little bit of momentum in conservative care right now for sure. So you might hear a lot of it, like shockwave. So we're getting the tissue to loosen up. His fascia, the tissue that connects the bottom of his foot, is short, tight, irritated, however you want to look at it. There's a functional component to that and why it presents itself, the way that he moves on that side compared to the other. And so the reason that it's there is not necessarily the point of the treatment. The point of the treatment is definitely to give his tissue the ability to have better mobility, less pain, better flexibility and pliability. But if he goes back to his old functional patterns, we might run into the same problem, right? So we're gonna keep focusing on making sure that he's getting relief in that sense. When I work on it, it's a lot of soft tissue. Hey, Tanisha.
Hi.
I didn't even introduce you. That's a poor start to this video. So, Tanisha, you are what year at Towson right now?
I am just finishing my junior year, about to start my senior year at Towson.
Yeah, exercise science.
Yes.
Really grateful for the program. We've got a lot of awesome students that are with us right now relative to the exercise science program. And Tanisha, you just are working with us full time this summer, right?
Yes.
How'd you get into the field?
I used to dance, and my physical therapist was a dancer, and I just really liked how well she paid attention to detail, whether it was the way I was jumping or turning and things like that. She was able to catch things that my dance teachers didn't notice, and it made my injury prevention and rehabilitation better for dance.
So you had it in the thing that you love to do. You were exposed to somebody that really helped you out quite a bit.
Yes.
That had a background in it in itself, and you're like, wait a minute.
I actually really like this.
I like this.
So I really love it.
Nice. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
So this is your first full week here?
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah, my first full week. I did shadow last week on Thursday.
That's right. There's a lot of change, and you meet some new people that have come in. Tanisha, Taylor, Amelia's coming in a couple weeks, and then Kieran as well. Those are 4 new CAs that are coming in within a 2-week period. So it's been fun to have some new faces, and we're going to do a lot of training over the next couple weeks, and we'll be sharing it on YouTube too.
Great.
All right. So, Tanisha.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Niko, love to work with you, man. Excited for you next weekend.
I appreciate it.
So it's nice to have the extra tool of shockwave in the tool bag if you haven't been watching me. But over the last couple of minutes, I've just been manipulating his foot and doing some soft tissue work around it just to get an idea of what's happening. So joint manipulation and adjustments are also good for the tissue. It allows it to have better length, better loading patterns, and less pain too. That's a big win. Okay. So what I can do to the tissue itself is I really like ART. There's a million types of soft tissue treatments, modalities, names, techniques out there. Everyone likes to rename things and call it their own thing too. So just be a heads up on that when you go. Toes come back for me. I like ART. It was a really good training program, and toes come down, and I thought the application in a clinical sense was really good. So active release technique, if you get in with some massage therapists, PTs, chiros, again, another one of those things where we rename a lot of different practitioners out there, if you will, different backgrounds. So they all do ART, so they all do what this chiropractor here does. But the people that apply themselves to that field, if you will, and learn that and get that credentialing, I think are really good people to seek out when you're needing help with injuries. So I say that all because it might be not a chiro that you're seeing, but a massage therapist. I like my background. I'm going to speak to why I like to do what I do, because I was taught a lot of joint manipulation through school, and that being a big component. And I think that component in conjunction with a lot of the things that you're doing here is very helpful. So why not use it?
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I digress. Pin and stretch the plantar fascia is a really helpful way to treat plantar fasciitis. I'm going to work right where it inserts. What's the name of this bone?
Calcaneus.
Oh yeah, good job. Let's go. 1 for 1 on video, baby. There you go. Toes come back for me all the way. All right, so, and then point your toes down, and there's multiple layers to the foot. You want to blow me out of the water in terms of being able to kind of take something and run with it. I want you this week to teach me the 4 layers of the foot.
Okay.
And there's muscles, there's tissues, there's all kinds of things in those layers, and there's quite a few muscles in the bottom of the foot. So if you can go through those with me and teach me them,
Great.
that'll be awesome.
Sounds great.
All right, so a couple more passes of pin and stretch. He's about to get like 10 minutes of shockwave on the bottom of his foot, so I don't need to beat him up too much, or my hands for that matter. So we're gonna kind of try to find the win-win. I got a little spot right here that he loves, so I'm gonna kind of get into that. That's what my shockwave kind of has a hard time replacing, is being able to feel and discern those type of differences. All right, easy. Good, tuck your toe like that. Yeah, pull down, pull down. And I'm gonna sink into this trigger point that's on a muscle, which is not his plantar fascia. You just got a little trigger point here. And then toe goes back. Niko, I hope you have an awesome time, man. Meet a lot of good people.
That'll be fun.
And network and go win $1 million.
That's the goal.
It's always the goal, right? Just have some fun and win $1 million.
Easy weekend.
Easy weekend. There you go. Toe goes back again for me. All right. Good. Come back down. Good. And loose. Good. So a lot of different articulations that we can work on, but being able to motion palpate the foot is like, I feel like a Jedi skill. Like there's so many things that you can work on relative to the mechanics of the foot. And if you can really do a good job of palpating joints, you'll be able to help a lot of people out. Hey, that's kind of what you want to do, right?
Yes.
Because dancers have some foot problems, don't they?
Yes.
Is that
tons
how
of
you
them.
found your person too? Was your foot?
My ankle and my knee.
Ankle, knee? Yeah.
Really bad tendonitis in my knees.
Yeah, a lot of reps, huh? Okay, relax. Good. Nice. There's a cuboid adjustment. Good. This is talar dome, midfoot. Yeah. Metatarsals. Navicular. A lot of different things. Fib head on him is going to move. Bend your knee. All right, be easy here. So a lot of pressure built up, so I'm just going to sneak into it. Good, now let your knees settle. Good. It's good. Okay. And given this all day long for Niko, his hips get tight, so I always work on his hips too. Let this relax. Good. Yeah, you're good, Tanisha. Thank you, though. It's navicular, midfoot. His left ankle a little tighter, actually. Yeah, that's why you hear that kind of release right here. Did you hear that? Yeah. Loose. You're good, man. You're moving really well. Yeah. All right, we'll go get the shockwave. Send you off the right way. Good luck, man. Bring back the W, okay?